Imagine a world where clean diesel actually means 40 times the pollution allowed. That's Volkswagen's emissions scandal for you, a corporate debacle so massive, it felt like Volkswagen was trying to pull a fast one on Mother Earth. What should have been Volkswagen's eco-friendly legacy turned out dirtier than an exhaust pipe at rush hour. Let's dive into this real-life thriller where the wheels of deception finally fell off. The birth of a deception, when clean diesel got too dirty. In the early 2000s, Volkswagen launched a bold claim, clean diesel, that combined performance and eco-friendliness. The allure of high efficiency with low emissions captivated millions. However, this promise wasn't built on technology but on trickery. Volkswagen installed defeat devices in diesel engines that activated low-emission modes during testing and switched back on the road, allowing nitrogen oxide emissions to soar up to 40 times above the legal limit. What looked like innovation was actually pollution disguised, an illusion that would soon unravel. Unmasking the lie, a small lab in West Virginia takes on a giant. Volkswagen's eco-friendly image might have been bulletproof, if not for a small group of researchers at West Virginia University who were curious about diesel performance in real-world driving conditions. Backed by funding from the International Council on Clean Transportation, the West Virginia University team began testing Volkswagen diesel cars, looking to compare real emissions with lab results. What they found was shocking. Volkswagen's vehicles emitted far more NOx on the road than in the lab. It was like peeling back the cover of a beautifully wrapped gift only to find a jack in the box. The team's findings went public, shaking Volkswagen's carefully built green image to its core. The data they uncovered didn't just make waves, it triggered an international investigation. Volkswagen's clean diesel story was now a full-blown myth, and the corporate giant found itself under scrutiny from regulators and environmentalists alike. The Environmental Protection Agency gets involved. Volkswagen's lab coat of lies is pulled off. In September 2015, the U.S. stepped in, issuing a notice of violation to Volkswagen. Suddenly, Volkswagen's sleek, glossy reputation was shattered. Here was one of the world's most respected carmakers, accused of using software trickery to bypass U.S. emission standards. It was as if Volkswagen had dressed up in a lab coat only to reveal a mechanic's overalls underneath, dirty, oil-stained, and anything but clean. The Environmental Protection Agency's findings revealed that the so-called defeat devices were installed in over 11 million diesel vehicles worldwide. Volkswagen's green claims now seemed laughable, and its brand was in freefall. News headlines worldwide declared dirty secrets, turning an internal corporate issue into a global spectacle. The automaker, revered for its engineering prowess, had been caught with its hands firmly in the cookie jar of deception. Corporate cleanup. CEO Martin Winterkorn resigns in disgrace. As the scandal unfolded, Volkswagen's boardroom was in turmoil. Martin Winterkorn, then CEO, faced intense pressure from both the public and the company. Known for his hands-on approach, Winterkorn was caught in a catch-22, resign and accept responsibility, or stay and defend his role in a scandal that had betrayed millions of customers. Ultimately, Winterkorn chose to resign, expressing regret and shock over the deception, but maintaining he was unaware of the defeat device's installation. Winterkorn's resignation marked the beginning of a major overhaul at Volkswagen, as the company scrambled to salvage what remained of its reputation. Matthias Müller, previously the CEO of Porsche, was appointed as his successor. Müller's job? To clean up a mess that was bigger than anyone could have anticipated. Volkswagen was about to begin the largest corporate restructuring in its history. Millions of recalls, a Herculean effort to repair damaged cars. Volkswagen faced an unprecedented recall of more than 11 million diesel vehicles across the globe. Each affected vehicle needed software updates to deactivate the defeat device and, in some cases, physical modifications to meet emission standards. Volkswagen's recall process was more than just a logistical challenge. It was a full-blown crisis of consumer confidence. Car owners were left angry and frustrated, feeling misled and betrayed by a brand they once trusted. To ease tensions, Volkswagen offered compensation packages, including buybacks, cash settlements, and extended warranties for affected vehicle owners. Yet even these gestures did little to quell the outrage. For many, the scandal had left a bitter taste, one that no amount of money could erase. Volkswagen was learning the hard way that trust, once lost, is rarely regained so easily. The financial fallout, billions in fines, settlements, and damages. The financial impact of the emissions scandal was nothing short of colossal. In the US, Volkswagen agreed to a historic settlement of $14.7 billion, which covered everything from fines and car buybacks to environmental mitigation efforts. Globally, the company's expenses soared past $30 billion as it faced legal claims, regulatory penalties, and compensation demands. Volkswagen's profits and stock value took significant hits, a painful reminder of the high cost of corporate deception. This wasn't just about dollars and cents, it was a major blow to Volkswagen's financial stability and market reputation. The automaker went from being one of the most profitable brands to one bogged down by an avalanche of legal fees, lawsuits, and settlement costs. For the industry, Volkswagen's plight was a stark warning. Cheating might seem profitable in the short term, but the long-term costs are always greater. The trials begin. Volkswagen executives face justice. As the scandal continued to unfold, several high-ranking VW executives, including former CEO Martin Winterkorn, found themselves in court. Facing charges of fraud, conspiracy, and market manipulation, these executives were held accountable in both the United States and Germany. The legal proceedings became highly publicized, symbolizing the broader implications of Volkswagen's actions and the importance of corporate accountability. The trials dragged on for years, with Volkswagen's executives enduring public scrutiny and legal battles that showed no sign of abating. Winterkorn's trial, in particular, became a landmark case, highlighting the deep impact of the scandal on both corporate leadership and regulatory oversight. For Volkswagen, the courtroom was now as much a battleground as the market, underscoring the price of lost integrity. Volkswagen's new vision, from diesel to electric. In an effort to turn the page, Volkswagen announced a major shift in its strategic direction, a pivot from diesel engines to electric vehicles. The company invested billions into developing its EV lineup, vowing to phase out diesel and gasoline engines in favor of cleaner alternatives. Volkswagen set an ambitious goal of becoming a net-zero emissions company by 2050, aligning with global environmental priorities and hoping to win back public trust. Critics were divided. Was this a genuine shift in Volkswagen's values or a PR move to restore a tarnished image? The company's EV push sparked both admiration and skepticism, but one thing was clear: Volkswagen was betting its future on electric power. This shift not only signaled Volkswagen's determination to rebound, but also underscored the growing influence of environmental awareness in the automotive industry. The ripple effect: stricter emissions standards worldwide. The Volkswagen emissions scandal did more than shake up Volkswagen. It transformed the automotive industry's regulatory landscape. Governments around the world responded by tightening emissions standards and implementing more rigorous testing procedures. Diesel technology, once lauded as a cleaner alternative to gasoline, fell out of favor as regulators and consumers turned their attention to hybrid and electric options. The scandal prompted industry-wide introspection, with companies racing to ensure compliance and avoid a similar fate. Whistleblower protections were strengthened, and watchdog initiatives became more prevalent, creating a system where deception would be harder to pull off. Volkswagen may have been at the center of Dieselgate, but its consequences were felt industry-wide. Volkswagen's path to redemption: a long road ahead. As Volkswagen moves forward, the Dieselgate scandal remains a dark cloud over its brand. Despite its efforts to shift focus, VW will forever be associated with one of the biggest corporate deceptions in history. The company has taken steps to reform, pledging transparency, sustainability, and a genuine commitment to ethics. Yet, Dieselgate serves as a powerful reminder of the dangers of corporate greed and the importance of environmental integrity. Volkswagen's path to redemption is ongoing, and whether the company can truly shed the scars of Dieselgate remains uncertain. Volkswagen's emissions scandal was a twist no one saw coming, and it's a reminder that shortcuts can drive companies off a cliff. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Dieselgate, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that uncovers the truth behind the headlines. Let's explore the world of auto secrets together.